So for me, these things were absolutely crucial. And then I thought about what we've done over the last 4 years. And again, I do deliberately say we because it's more than a one-person act. And over the last 4 years, we've had regular meetings and we have tried to twin Preston with Navalette. And we've taken a delegation of trade unionists, of Christian preachers, of Muslim preachers, of students to Palestine. We've done the Palestine bit there. We've taken up Make Poverty History, and we were able to lead that campaign in Preston in a way which it wasn't in other places. There was the tsunami campaign, where between Christmas and New Year, on that terrible year, we were able to organise meetings and put in place a day of action in Preston to raise funds and solidarity for those who were victims of the tsunami. We've been able to pose very sharply the question of what happens to local services around something like rubbish. You may remember when the rubbish first went on to fortnightly collection, something that the World Health Organisation says is bad for the environment and bad for health, by the way, but we went on to fortnightly collections. And in the terrace areas of Preston, what it meant was that bins were overflowing and that the council were refusing to pick them up. So what could we do? So we talked, a few of us talked, we thought about it, and we said, where do we come from? We come from the streets. We come from the anti-war movement. And what have we done in the anti-war movement? We've marched. We've marched to raise our voice because people won't listen to us. We've marched in London, we've marched in Preston, we've marched in Manchester, because that's the way that we can get our voice across. And so faced with that very practical problem in Preston, we got people together, we got them to bring their rubbish, and we marched to the town hall, and we put it in front of the town hall, and we said, you know what, Preston, this is your rubbish, clean it up. So in very practical ways, that we can take the lessons from the mass movement and we can bring it in to the council chamber. Those are the things which Respect stand for. It's not moving away from the mass movement. It's not saying, you know what, we marshalled here in London, you've elected me, thanks very much, I'm now going to go and increase my wages and become a cabinet member on £45,000 a year, which is what the wages of the cabinet ministers in Lancashire County Council get. £45,000 a year, plus they're all former teachers, so they've also got their teachers' pensions. We don't go down that road. We're not using the mass movement for our own enhancement and our own careers. We are part of that mass movement, we will stay with that mass movement, and all the issues that we have taken up over the last 4 years, we have taken them up because we are talking to people, because we're engaged with people, because we're listening to communities, and we're listening to what they want. And that gives us the strength and the direction. We're not ultra clever people. We just listen and do whatever electors want us to do. And that's what we want to do for the next 4 years. You know, the last few weeks, the election campaign in Preston has been particularly dirty. They have been saying things, the Labour Party has been saying things in the white working class communities of my ward and saying different things in the Muslim community in my ward. In the white working class districts, as Mukhtar said, they're telling everybody that I've converted to Islam in the hope that because they're standing a Muslim candidate, that will dissipate that effect. In the Muslim wards, they've gone around telling people that as Muslims, you should only vote for Muslims. Now, I've never taken that as the starting point of my politics. Maybe that's because I'm Scottish, I was brought up in a Protestant Christian household, and that would mean that I would be forced to vote for Gordon Brown, and that's something that I'm just not prepared to do. So for me, that type of politics is not the way forward. Actually, what we do is that we vote for people on the issues and the principles and the politics that they represent. And I'm proud of our record in Respect in the last 4 years. I'm proud of what we've done collectively in the last 4 years. And I'm asking you 2 things. First of all, if you live in any of the 4 wards, then next Thursday it's important that you vote, but it's important that you get your family to vote, your friends to vote, your neighbours to vote, and you've got just over a week to convince them to vote for Dave Orr, for Samira Rizwan, for Elaine Abbott, or for myself. Because every one that you convince will be a further step in our victory, and that is absolutely and vitally important. So that's the first thing that I want you to do. But the second thing I want you to do is, if at all possible, I want you to give some time. Of course, talk to your friends, of course, talk to your neighbours, but if you've got any more time, any time between now and next Thursday, come with us. Come with us on the doors. Come with us and talk to those people in your communities. You know, sometimes if I go to the doors, I can have great conversations with people, and sometimes there's a language barrier. So if you speak Urdu, come with us. If you speak Gujarati, come with us. If you speak Prestonian, unlike me, come with us. I don't care what you speak, but come with us at the door. And what you find is that when I go around the doors in the town centre, I have yet to find a person who says, you know what, I'm going out, I'm going proud, and I'm going to vote Labour. I'm still to find that person. I found some people who say, historically I've voted Labour. I might still vote Labour, but I'm not quite sure. And I find lots of people who say, I cannot do this anymore. And I find lots of people who say, you know what, this time I'm going to give respect a shot. Well, we can make a difference. Each and every one of us at the doors in the next week means that we can take all those who are undecided into, well, I might possibly vote respect. All those who are saying, I may possibly vote respect, we can make them, yes, I'm definitely going to vote respect. And I give you one guarantee. If you convince your neighbours to do that, we will not let you down. The four of us will not let you down. We will be part of your communities, we will be part of Preston, we will take up the issues, whether it's right, whether it's housing, whether it's rubbish, whether it's the health service, whether it's welfare, or whether it's the war in Iraq or Lebanon or Iran, we will not let you down. That's our record. I'm proud of it. Thanks very much.